I have been asked to say a few words about the dining services here at Oak Knoll. Now, since I've lived here for almost 15 years, I think I have enough experience that I can comment on the dining services. I think of the dining services actually in about 3 different ways. There are the people who prepare the food for us. There are the people who are in the dining room helping us with serving and so on. And then there's the physical surroundings in which we eat. Now, I'll have to confess that I very rarely eat breakfast in the dining room, but many, many times I do eat the lunch and I do eat the dinner. And I'll comment on the 3 areas that I mentioned about that. I think our chefs do a marvelous job of providing not only good food, but also a wide variety of food. And they are very careful, I think, to make sure that we have certain kinds of ethnic food. Some people like ethnic food, and I happen to be one of them, so I do enjoy that. The food is invariably delicious, well prepared, and attractive to look at in many cases as well.
I appreciate the healthcare team because, first of all, they're very caring, which has to be a central passion in what they're doing, and that's care. Second of all, I've appreciated very much that they follow up with you. They may come and dress a wound, they may come and give you medicine or whatever, but in my experience, they follow up. Even at times when I don't think there's any reason to follow up. You get a phone call or you get a knock on your door, and that is such assurance to know that those people are there with you amongst many, many other residents. I appreciate it. I'm sure the other residents do. I also appreciate their knowledge and the fact that they do what they do, they address what they address, but many times they go beyond that and they speak to a certain issue you're dealing with. They may say, well, you might try this, or be aware of this with this drug, or, you know, do not get down on the floor and get up real quickly because of this, whatever. They give knowledgeable advice, not just out from the whatever. And that's very much appreciated. I really, really appreciate all they do, their support, and they are such a central part of Oak Knoll that I hope that we can have this kind of care down the road because these people are stellar. I have been to a couple of other places where I have not felt that way, so I have something to compare it to, and I'll leave it at that. But again, very much appreciated, so thank you so much from the Oak Knoll residents for what you do.
I appreciate the environmental service team, not only because they keep our apartment shiny, but they're everywhere keeping our environment great. Floors, hallways, stairwells, railings, all the public spaces. Truly living up to the high environmental standards that we expect living at Oak Knoll. And then there are all the aspect of the laundry, especially all of the towels that come into the pool area. Environmental service people are everywhere, and their smiles and their greetings create a positive environment for all of us. On behalf of all Oak Knoll residents, thank you.
Thank you to our maintenance staff. We appreciate you because multitasking is what you do, accepting all we ask of you. It never fails that you come through, needing to push, unplug, unlock, and open things too. Though your crew numbers few, essential workers are each one of you. Never do we fear you won't appear. A quick dial to 5,000 confirms that you will soon be here. Never doubt that you are needed each and every day, 'cause we count on you in each and every way. Exceptional service you always display. On behalf of the Oak Knoll residents, maintenance crew, we thank you.
I want to say I appreciate the recreation, music education, music therapy volunteers team because together they sustain a program of educational, emotional, and physical health through learning, performing, and sharing music of residents and staff in every corner of our community, as well as our diversified families throughout the state and throughout the world. It's a joy to be included in every way, and on behalf of all the residents of Oak Knoll, we want to say thank you.
I'm very pleased to say how much I and all the Oak Knoll residents appreciate the efforts of Tony Rowe and his transportation team. They take us to doctor's appointments, to entertainment events such as Hansher and Voxman Hall, to entertainment meetings and events over at the two campuses, and also shopping excursions, and now back to Sunday morning church services. All this with a smile, good conversation, and humor. With more and more residents giving up their vehicles, this wonderful Oak Knoll perk is becoming more valuable all the time. So on behalf of the Oak Knoll Resident Council and all the residents, I thank you all for what you do, and you do so well and with so much kindness.
We have many wonderful opportunities in the area of wellness at Oak Knoll. We have exercise classes offered at all levels of difficulty. The staff is well trained to help us. They know all the residents and what they can and should do. I especially like the Oak Aerobics. They do a great job with our line dancing and water aerobic classes. The B-Move class is a dance class taught to different genres of music each week. In the winter or on rainy days, I like going to the fitness room and using all the equipment there. I really appreciate all that the wellness staff has done for the residents at Oak Knoll. Thank you.
I appreciate the technology team because, number one, they are very, very knowledgeable. No problem seems to throw them. They are efficient. Just come in, even if I'm talking in their ear, they seem to be able to focus. Number two, I appreciate your response time. And I'm always so happy and surprised when you appear at my door and you always have a smile. Number three, and probably the most important thing, is you are so very patient. I know, at least with me, that you sometimes have to repeat things more than once or twice and very slow if I'm trying to write it down. But you're always kind. I have never felt that you were frustrated with me or looking down on me because I couldn't get it fast. I have people on the outside that will ask me what I like about Oak Knoll, and I have a long list, and IT is at the top. On behalf of the Oak Knoll residents, thank you.
I appreciate and am very thankful for our administrative team that recruits, trains, and staffs a team of people who are committed to a culture of service. It's exemplified by their friendly response to our needs, a continuing commitment to communication to keep us informed even during COVID, and a culture for caring for a wide variety of staff and residents and all the families that they serve. This is a very complex organization that requires a constant commitment to a culture shared by all of us. Somehow, our administrative team seems to manage it all. On behalf of all the Oak Knoll residents, I say thank you.
I appreciate the receptionist team because they're very supportive. They go above the line of duty many, many times. They're animal lovers, which the animals love and we do too. They can look at issues from different angles and most often with a sense of humor, which I really admire with them. And also, because of what they do for me and for all the other residents, I really do consider them my friends. And I think that says a great deal to this team, because they are friends in all that they do. And again, thank you so much from the Oak Knoll residents for what you do.